Now, Ron, thanks for being here. How could this complicate Donald Trump's transportation plans?
Well, it's going to hinder what the American public perceives as legal status versus non-legal status. The Biden administration has presided over the worst border surge in the history of the country, probably the history of the world. And so them now going out and giving work permits or temporary protected status or pardons in the case of these commuted sentences, it's just more lawlessness. It's more of a lack of transparency and trying to confuse and put barriers in the way of a new administration that's going to come in and secure the border, start the deportation process, and bring order and rule of law back to our immigration system.
Ron, I want you to listen to this. DHS Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas says that executive border action could have happened sooner, but politics got in the way. Listen to this.
There was tremendous pressure to maintain the workings of Title 42, which we did. We asked for supplemental funding that was desperately needed to make our administration of a broken immigration system work much better. We were denied. We had known that irresponsible politics would have killed what was clearly a meritorious effort and a meritorious result. Perhaps we would have taken executive action more rapidly.
Ron, what do you make of that?
I see that as dissembling. Again, he presided over the worst border crisis we've ever seen. Now he's trying to blame everybody but the administration. It's politics. We had this bill going forward. It's a lot of dissembling to try to obfuscate the fact that they made these terrible decisions about what policies are elaborated at our southwest border, what happens in the interior of the country. He talks about Title 42 like it was some idea that they came up with. That was instituted by the Trump administration. It is U.S. law, and the first thing that the Biden administration tried to do was end it. It's only the courts in the states of Texas, Missouri, Florida, and others that kept them in a box, if you will, to continue to use Title 42 to expel people, to protect us from the pandemic when we knew very little about transmission and the kinds of people that were coming in. And so this is just them papering over all of the mistakes that they purposefully made. This isn't something that they had a choice to make and they made the wrong choice. They purposely destroyed the control levels that they inherited on the southwest border. They continued to do that until 5 months out from the election, and they tried to paper over what was actually going on.
Ron Vitiello telling it as it is. Ron, thank you so much for joining us. Always appreciate it.